Well, Daniel Marcus, so good to see you, sir.
Hola, amigo. How are you? Great to be here.
I'm doing well. Well, it's going to be even greater to be where we're going to be in just a couple of months in August. You're coming to Dallas. First time we'll see each other in person in like about 18 months. Incredible, right? But that has been the world. Now, we've fortunately been able to stay connected virtually here, and we've done quite a bit of discussions over the last year. And I'm excited because you are coming to our event live in Dallas in just a couple of months in August. One of the reasons I love my international friends, mentors, colleagues is because you bring that flavor. And, you know, we do live in a world today where you can't just stay in your own little tiny world, your box. You've got to be looking outside, 4 or 5 rings out to then take it back to where you are, the entrepreneur, the small business capitalist, to figure out what are your moves, right? What do we look at? So I know we all realize we've had this big year, this last year. We had the pandemic, we've had the election, we've got, you know, always unfolding, Daniel, in front of us, a new world, virtually every day. So let's talk a little bit, just lay out what you consider, because you deal with, you have clients internationally. So again, that's why you bring a lot of relevance to our discussions. You see broader than just here in the States or in our small business arenas. What are you finding are some of the concerns, threats, dangers that small business owners need to be looking at or facing? What are some of those concerns that you're seeing kind of in a general way?
So I really believe the decade of the 20s is going to be a complicated decade, and we've seen the start has been pretty rough. But just economically, if you follow The Fourth Turning, this book, amazing book that really explains how we go in society, and if you follow Pendulum, also from Roy Williams,
yes,
they have different cycles, but interestingly, they're converging today.
That's right.
And we have a 100-year debt cycle that is also converging. So we have a lot of cycles in the world economy, society, and everything, that are all converging in the same moment. So the only thing that we know is we're going to have a lot of chaos and drama in this decade. First thing. Second, capitalism. Capitalism already expired. Everyone said, hey, capitalism is terrible. But like the other economist said, I don't remember his name, but he said, yeah, I hate capitalism. But compared to everything else, it's still by far the best that we have. But whenever you're going through a change of scenery and a change of society structure, political things, you always get ups and downs and all this drama that we're getting. So going back to the same thing about capitalism, in the US is in a complicated way, 100% in debt and everything, but from the outside perspective, still the best. I will never bet against America today. And I think today, yes, it's going to be with a lot of political and social issues, but it's going to come out stronger than every other country in the world. I'm 100% sure of that. Indeed, I was reading this book recently, Marty Catusa, The Rise of America, Canadian guy, pretty good book about never bet against America. And I'm a big believer on that. If you've seen, the dollar has been getting stronger for the last couple of weeks. And you guys, being from the US, you don't say this, but there's a flight to quality. Every time things get bad, there's a flight to quality, and people, the first thing they do is they send their money to dollars. As an example, I'm originally from Mexico. In 2008, when the US was in a really bad economical problem, the Mexican currency devalued against the US. And I was like, no, it should be the other way around, right? The US is the one that is having issues. No, there's always a flight to quality. And we're seeing that. But that's creating problems that we're seeing today, that real estate is off the roof in the US, because all the wealthy people in the world, they said, hey, how can I go to the most safe, secure place in the world to put my money? Real estate in the US. So that's creating another kind of issues. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. How are all these things converging, and what can you do to be able to go through this better and be able to use this time really to gain wealth? I really believe we're going to have a significant transfer of wealth in the next 10 years. And whoever is prepared and does it well will have a lot of wealth going through their way.
So that's really on the opportunistic side. I mean, first and foremost, each entrepreneur, each individual business owner must really seek and maintain their freedom, their adaptability, their flexibility first. And that's being defensive posture. On the other side is the opportunity, which you just mentioned, with all the chaos, with all the uncertainty. there's going to be a lot of opportunity, the wealth transfer that's going to happen. So being around people who understand this, have the right mindset to that, is your experience. And I know the answer to this, but I mean, that's where you've got to be, right?
So when the pandemic started, I had a lot of calls with Vern Harnish, my partner, and our revenue went significantly down in March. And then April, we had our best month in history. But in March, we had a lot of really tough calls, my partner and I. And he said something that I thought it was brilliant. He said, Daniel, you will not be able to get out of this thinking. You're going to be able to get out of this talking. So get as you can talk time with entrepreneurs all over the world and get the view of all the people to really understand what's going on and help each other. And that's what we did. We doubled our talk time internally and externally with our clients. And we came out having an amazing, amazing year last year. So that's the power of the Mastermind. That's the power of groups, that you're with people around your same level of thinking, and we're all pushing each other to be better. So that's why I love Mastermind so much. And that's why I love your group so much.
Well, I love your dynamism and your experience and your international relevance for all of us. It's going to be very, very helpful. And I'm just so glad you're coming. We've had you on Zoom for like the last year here and there. And it's been good, but it's never like having you there. So that's why I'm excited. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get to actually meet and talk to Daniel Marcus in August. So I can't wait. Daniel, thank you so much.
David, it's always a pleasure. And as I said, as you said, I've never been live. I've met a lot of your members through Zoom. So I will look forward to the presentation time, but also all the talk time outside. I will be there since Thursday to Sunday to make sure I'm able to meet with everyone and really shake hands and make friends.
Super. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.